Families will be almost $400 better off each year under changes to the unpopular carbon tax, detailed by Kevin Rudd. The early move to a floating price left a multi-billion-dollar budget hole, but the government has announced how it will solve the dilemma. For the details, we cross live to Kerry Axley in Canberra. Kerry, talk us through the announcement this morning.
Well, Sarah, the PM's announcement was basically a cost of living pitch to voters. He said that by scrapping the carbon tax and moving to an emissions trading scheme early, families will be $380 better off in the next financial year, or $7.20 a week better off. Let's have a listen to some of what he had to say at his announcement just a short time ago.
We expect the change that we are bringing in will see the price on carbon fall from an expected $25.40 a tonne by next July to around $6 a tonne. This is a big change. Treasury modelling tells us that this will reduce pressures on consumers and on businesses. Every Australian should be clear about the government's new ETS and that it will leave average families $380 per year better off, while Mr Abbott's scheme, once fully implemented, at least $1,200 a year worse off.
Righto, Kerry, there's no question this is going to blow a big hole in the budget. How is the government going to make up for it?
Well, it says that it's going to lose $3.8 billion in revenue, and that's because at the moment the carbon price is fixed at $24 per tonne of emissions. But when we do move to an emissions trading scheme next July, the price will be controlled by the market and could fall as low as $6 per tonne. Plus, the government is keeping compensation for households that came in with the carbon tax. But Chris Bowen says, he's the Treasurer, he says that he'll make up every cent and also a further $100 million in saving. To do that, the government's making changes to a series of environmental and climate change programs. It's also saving nearly $2 billion by cutting back on fringe benefit tax concessions for company cars. It'll also ask the public service to tighten its belt in various areas, which will mean job losses, but mostly from senior levels. Have a listen now to Treasurer Chris Bowen.
This has been more than fully funded by the government. We've done so in such a way that there is no impact on the household assistance package. That is protected. The government has decided to make $3.9 billion worth of savings decisions over the forward estimates, meaning that we are actually making a contribution to the budget bottom line of $177 million over the next 4 years.
Now, this move seems to be an attempt to clear the decks before the election, ditching a very unpopular policy, which, of course, is very much associated with Julia Gillard. Sarah.
OK, Kerry Axley, we'll see you with more political news after 11:30.